The past is a great way to predict the future. The better your relationship becomes with what happened, the better your relationship will be with what is to come. So as we look at charts and things that have happened over the course of history with crypto, it gives us a good idea of where it's going. This chart specifically showing the Bitcoin 20-week moving average. Right there, you can see what it's done over the last few months and few years here. A lot of movement, and there's some very telling signs in there. And this comes with the chart, as we're also seeing right now. Anti-cryptocurrency mining bill. It's toast in New York City. It was going to potentially hinder people's ability to buy crypto there, similar to what we have seen in other states across the country. A lot of that, though, being reversed now as Abbott starts to move closer to positive cryptocurrency environment in Texas, and as we also see New York moving further and further away from some of those strict regulations that could cut off crypto from the people who need it most. Exciting stuff right there when it comes to that, but there are also some negative stories thrown in here as well, which includes the fact that some people are basically just calling out cryptocurrency and saying this could be the end. Are we done with crypto? Will it continue to spike? Is the run over? And some energy levels with some cryptos are lower right now than they were before. But fear not, because I think the chart gives us a great indication of where we are going with cryptocurrency. As you can see, the Bitcoin 20-week moving average, which is a great indication for cryptocurrency as a whole, if you look at it, it's the pink line right there. You can see we have dipped below it 3 times before if you're just looking at the last 4 years, and every single time it's dipped below it. You can see right there the first time in 2018, toward the beginning of 2018, then the second time toward the end of 2018, the third time toward the beginning of 2020, then just now it has dipped below that line again. So far, all 4 times it has dipped below that line. This is looking at percentages, not specifically price. That's why we can look at the average here. It gives us a better idea. And I've been saying this for a while on my channel, talking about when you actually look at what's happened with the patterns of Bitcoin specifically, going up to around 60,000 and back down to 30,000, looks very, very, very similar to the time when it went all the way up to 20,000, then came back down to around 5,000, and then it came back down from that 10,000 area to that $4,000 or $5,000 area. So that's what we saw in that. I think I'm mixing up the numbers there, but you know what I mean. So anyway, what we've seen with this going back down below the line again leads me to believe, and many other crypto experts, that we could be toward the bottom of this bear market. We have seen a bit of a bearish market, and even you could say more than just a bit, a pretty dang bearish market over the last month and a half, and even stretching a little bit before that for some other cryptos. With this number right here at the way it is, we could see it still dipping a little bit lower from there, but I do not think there's a high chance, especially based on this, that we will see that happening, as we have seen many YouTubers and influencers saying the crash is inevitably going to happen within the next few weeks. They're saying it's definitely going to happen, just like they said on that Memorial Day weekend that we'd see a big crash. Over and over and over again, these crash signals continue to prove to be wrong, and I hope that happens in the future even more so. Obviously, bad news and things like that can change this. We know that. So if that happens, then yes, of course, anything could cause it to crash like crazy in terms of a massive bad news story. If someone's able to crack Bitcoin somehow or crack the code of crypto, that would definitely hurt it massively. So you still have to be careful. We can't be investing everything into one place like that without taking a huge risk. But we can be looking at it as a viable investment opportunity for the future that has extremely high upside and relative stability, at least in the short term. Google Pay adds support of Coinbase to the joy of crypto. What's that say? Edgelords? That's who identifies as an edgelord. I don't know. I've never heard that before, or maybe I've heard it one time before, but I've never really heard people actually using that before. Edgelord? Well, what the heck are you talking about? But yes, this is definitely a fantastic thing. Coinbase, Google, the connection there. Now you can use, and there's a big tweet coming out from Coinbase about this. It's so easy. Starting today, you can use your Coinbase card with Apple Pay and Google Pay to maximize rewards and use crypto for everyday life. This is going to come more and more to the future. You're not even going to have access to the internet to spend crypto. You won't even need that. You'll be able to spend crypto just directly from a card. You'll be able to do it like the same way you're able to spend money from your bank account using a credit card. You'll be able to do it with crypto. It's going to become seamless. The fees are going to go down. Third-party integrations. So we are so early right now, and a movement is going to change the world. Thank you as well, Hector, coming in with the chat. Much love for that. And another one, thanks to you. I'm in 100K at 5 cents, holding strong. Love what you do. Thank you so much. Thoughts on Mana? I will get to Mana in a little bit here, but first let's talk about the big prediction of the video, because what did I put in the title and in the thumbnail? We put Bitcoin going to $200,000 and Dogecoin going to $3. And here is why I put that, because that's really the range that we could see by the end of the year for those two cryptocurrencies. I think that's the higher upside side that we could see. If obviously the Elon Musk things come into play, especially with Dogecoin, we could go significantly higher than that. That could look like peanuts compared to what we're capable of seeing from Bitcoin or from Dogecoin specifically. That said, though, if we do not see any of those big announcements coming, at least not this year, we know they're eventually going to happen. It may take a little bit longer with the moon landing and things like that. They will come. But even if those don't happen, that's my prediction, is that we could see on the higher upside side $3 for Dogecoin and approximately 200,000 for BTC. And here's why. Because we're seeing more and more call options happening in that $200,000 or higher range for Bitcoin. More and more and more. So people are starting to predict that hedge funds, people in positions of power, are often the ones exercising these call options. And so when you start to see more and more and more of this, a lot of them, one of the biggest call options that we've seen on Bitcoin is at $100,000. A ton of people basically putting in money that Bitcoin is going to go all the way up to $100,000. If you don't know how a call option works, basically the simple way to put it is one person owns a stock or cryptocurrency. The other person says, okay, I'll buy it, but I'll only be able to buy it, or I say if it goes above a certain price that's higher than what it's currently at, then they have the ability to buy it at that price that they agreed on. So let's say, for example, someone has a cryptocurrency that's at $50. Someone else does a call option on that cryptocurrency for $55. Then if that cryptocurrency goes to $100, they still have the right to buy it for $55 from that person before the date that's specified when the call option ends. So it's kind of complicated, but also not really that complicated. And so a lot of people are betting they're paying actual money, because you actually have to pay money to do a call option. So you pay a little bit of money, and so even if the call option does not get exercised, meaning you don't buy it from the person, they still get some money because you paid for that call option in the first place. So there's an opportunity there to make money by selling call options and also by buying call options if you know what you're doing. Be very, very, very careful, because you can lose a lot of money doing that. But so this is what we've seen right here. $100,000 gaining a ton of traction and attention. A lot of people making a big bet on that by the end of the year for Bitcoin. And with that, we'll likely see Dogecoin doing some impressive, incredible things as well. And so that's why we're hoping to see those big numbers. If it even hits $1 and say $70,000, I think that would definitely be a positive thing overall for cryptocurrency. We want to see it beating its all-time highs, but even going beyond that is really where we start to get into the big green levels. But the Oakland A's as well just made MLB history by accepting Dogecoin payments. This was already announced previously. Now it's officially in swing, and it's just awesome. It's awesome to see. They've really ramped up their cryptocurrency acceptance. A lot of people are now paying with that. I think it's fun. Also, El Salvador. This is kind of what has been happening there. So they didn't just randomly decide, okay, let's make our country accept Bitcoin as one of the main legal currencies here. There was actually some groundwork laid before that, and that comes with Bitcoin Beach. And let me read this chat here, and I'll get to that. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you've been in for a while. So you've been in since 5 cents. That's pretty good. AMC is where the gains are at. There's definitely right now a lot of the gains are at AMC. It did do what I predicted, AMC. It went up to around that $50 to $60 range, then actually fell back some after that. That's exactly what I was predicting would happen. It actually went even a little bit higher than my prediction for a short period of time before falling back down. But based on the charts of the past, that's how I was able to predict that would happen. And that doesn't mean it can't go even higher than that in future runs. That was just my prediction for this run, and that's exactly how it played out. So a couple people were roasting me for that, but you cannot, at the end of the day, deny statistics or analytics. Those are the things that actually fuel crypto spikes. And there's a reason why I bought into AMC when it was significantly under $10, because I knew there was a chance this would happen. A lot of us did, and it was fun to watch it go up. And I think a lot of people too in these communities help each other out, then go back and forth between them, squeezing the shorts. Because once you squeeze the shorts, we can make the money. Then we can switch back to the other one, squeeze the shorts again, make more money from the hedge funds and from Wall Street and from the people doing that at large scales with large amounts of money. It's happening more and more and more. You can see, so this is one of the signs there, strike Bitcoin Beach, and you can go down there and check it out if you want to. They have a lot of vendors, a lot of articles coming out about this as well. Bitcoin Beach in El Salvador. You can see, so here's what a lot of the vendors there look like. They're not exactly super nice or anything like that, but they're decent, they're cool. And it would definitely be a fun place to visit for a few days or for a week and just get an idea of what it's like to go in a Bitcoin economy and experience that. 70% of people, once again, do not have access to traditional banking systems there. Bitcoin, a huge advantage. And because it worked here at Bitcoin Beach, because people were successful there, they've been doing it for over a year. And in that time, obviously, Bitcoin has gone up a lot. We've seen some volatility with it too, but it still has overall gone up a decent amount, which has kind of, I think, left a good taste in El Salvador when it comes to Bitcoin. That then led to this bigger movement that we're seeing now other countries starting to look at following that, which could start a massive chain that really changes the entire world. All investing is risky. Have faith in crypto. Doge equals much wow from Average Guy Lifestyle. Still investing. Great job. I agree. Dontello as well coming in. Keep it up with the little dude lifting weights. Thanks so much for the chat, Dontello. And those little dudes are so adorable. I mean, they are. They're cute. Well, are we allowed to say that? I think we're allowed to say that. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to say that. Well, is that not manly enough? Do we gotta be more manly? Because it's the crypto channel? We gotta be manly. Matt, let's talk about AMC and the GME. Yeah, we'll talk about AMC and GME right now. Why not? AMC stock specifically is what I want to talk about. So it has actually come, look at that. It actually has gone back up even a little bit more to $49. It's gone up some since market close, which means maybe, just maybe, the next run could start even sooner than we're expecting. The first run was a lot of fun. Will the second run be even bigger than that? I certainly would love to see that. That said, though, historical indications would suggest that before AMC does its future big runs, which I think are likely coming, before that, we'll likely see it drop down to around that $25 or $20 to $30 range. That would be if it followed the same path that GME followed, because remember, a lot of people were saying with GME, okay, it's going to just keep going up to the moon afterwards at $300. People were saying it's FUD if you said it was going to go back down some. Then what happened? It went back down to around 150, even lower than that for a period of time, but that was around where it kind of leveled out before now GME has gone back up to that $300+ area, and it's hovering around $300 right now. So with AMC, if we do see a similar pattern, that was the same pattern that led me to believe it was going to go to 50 to 60 then fall back down, then we would see it going down a little bit lower first before a future run could lead it to even potentially new heights never seen before, which would be a lot of fun. I mean, seeing the go to new heights is one of the most beautiful things, because there are hedge funds that are very upset about that. And let me go ahead and pull up an article to show you what I mean. Hedge funds, they're not too happy. AMC bet. So this hedge fund specifically, which is called Mudrick's flagship fund, with a name like Mudrick's, you have to think they're definitely not going to be too keen on the fun side of life, eh? Probably not so much. But let me go ahead and pull up. So I actually went and found a picture of Mudrick himself, and I think it is time to roast Mudrick. Mudrick, just a hardworking dude, very successful. Nothing against him personally, but when you decide to invest in AMC stock in a short position, knowing that the energy behind the movement is very strong, you deserve a roast. You do. And so we're going to have to roast him. Hearing you with my daughter, Daisy, in the car. She says hello to the moon. Hello, Daisy. Daisy, watching the show, enjoying it in the car. One day, Daisy, you could become a Dogecoin millionaire. And I certainly hope you do. Forget the FUD. People need to hodl and have faith. Keep it up and ignore the haters from Crypto Tank Girl. It's mostly love, and I think that's the beautiful thing about it. This community is 90% love, and the 10% of haters, anytime we do see, you'll notice, anytime there's a hater on Twitter or in the comment section, click on their profile and look at what it says. They're always going to be supporting some extremely small market cap coin, and so they're trying to take down bigger creators in other areas because they want their coin to be successful. It's kind of actually a little bit scary how accurate that is. Literally, anytime you see hate comment, click on the profile and just see what it says. Trust me, you'll be surprised. It's a really high percentage. But now, speaking of haters, I think we actually have to roast someone here. I mean, we have to do it. We don't really have a choice at this point. You decided, you made your bet. Now you gotta watch a movie in it from AMC, an AMC movie. You gotta watch an AMC movie in your bed, which I guess would be actually really nice. So maybe you have to just sit in bed and do nothing. Because this right here is Jason Mudrick. He went and looked directly in the face of the AMC and Reddit community and said, hey, I don't believe you guys can actually do something awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put more and more money against AMC. Well, you know what? That didn't work out too well for him, and it's still continuing to not. Maybe, just maybe, you should liquidate your short position if you want it to end, Jason. If you don't want to lose even more money, Jason, maybe he's listening right now. Maybe this will get to him somehow through the grapevine. If it does, you deserve the roast. There's a picture of him right there. That's Jason Mudrick. Jason Mudrick, what a name, what a name. This chat is well coming in. I tripled my money on AMC so I can buy more Doge. I love it. It's coming in from David. If you do sell your AMC and buy more Doge, I don't think very many people in this community would have a big problem with that. But I guess what the argument AMC people would make is hold a little bit longer before selling so we can force some more people in hedge funds to liquidate their positions. And so I guess that would be the argument from AMC's side, is that you should hold a little bit longer, but then Doge is going to most likely spike after the movement's over, and we're still going to keep supporting it though while it's happening. Hey Matt, it is crazy how you didn't get approved to be verified. I know, what's the deal with that? I think my guess is that maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because of Dogecoin, but it's probably just some other reason. It's weird because yeah, you see all the small accounts they get it. I don't know. I guess most people here on YouTube don't care, but on Twitter it is kind of cool, and we can use that as a community to actually reach out to bigger people. We can make some big things happen with Dogecoin, with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency all together by using our influence, especially with Dogecoin, because it's so much smaller than Bitcoin right now. If Matt Wallace Elliott is verified, then we can use that in a lot of big ways, exciting ways. To the moon, drink it in, man, from Pat Gallagher. I love it. To the moon indeed. And it will take some time, obviously, before we see some of these big gains that we're going to see in the future. But as long as you have some patience and you continue staying up to date on the news, subscribing here with the notifications on, the second we start to see signs that run is going to start heating up, that's when we're going to want to be coming in and really heavily looking at the news, because that's when it's going to be most important right there. Has Matt shown his? Yeah, I have. I normally post my trades, but on Patreon. And Bill Gates is a potato farmer, and he's doing McDonald's fries. This article has literally no value at all in terms of information in it, except for the fact that it's funny. I mean, Bill Gates, if you wondered where you're getting your fries from, why are they so addicting? Clearly, Bill Gates, is he doing something behind the scenes? Is Bill Gates trying to get you hooked on McDonald's fries? Bill Gates, what's he doing? That's a joke. Don't sue me, Bill Gates. That's a joke. You just have the potatoes there, I guess. A percentage of McDonald's fries, though, coming from Bill Gates. I think that's kind of funny. And clearly, he's not directly managing most of those farms, but he does own more farmland than anyone in America. So I bet a lot of restaurants you eat at are in some way food coming from one of Bill Gates' farms. I mean, with that much farmland, it kind of has to be. It doesn't really have much of an outside chance there, even though I think percentage-wise, he actually owns a very small percentage of the total farmland. It's just that no one individual owns a lot, which is why he's the biggest farmland owner. If one person wanted to and had enough money, they could theoretically easily own significantly more than him. But that would take a heck of a lot of money, a really lot. Sebastian as well coming in, Dogecoin with the rockets. Oh yeah, Kenneth as well says, buying a Plaid as soon as Tesla accepts Doge. I'm considering either getting a Tesla truck or a Plaid. I kind of like the Tesla truck more, to be honest. I get it, Plaid can go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, which is insane. But the Tesla Cybertruck is just so awesome. And it's so much less expensive too. You're talking $40,000, $50,000 for the Tesla Cybertruck versus $100,000 to $150,000 if you want to get the Plaid, or I think the lowest model is around $70,000. But still though, if the choice is Cybertruck or Tesla Plaid, even if they were the same price, if they were both $50,000, I would consider getting the Cybertruck instead. And someone told me the other day, I should just get both. Well, should Matt just get both? Maybe Matt should get both. I don't know. That'll be too many cars. Bill Gates and Dr. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna read. That's super controversial. I don't want to get in trouble. But YouTube. I mean, I don't really care that much. But correction, I sold half of my AMC to get my investment back, and the other half to the moon. And that's what you sold. Also, David said he sold half of his AMC to get his investment back, locked in those profits, the beautiful, glorious profits, still holding 50%. That is what I did as well. When it was at around close to $60, I sold 50%. I'm still holding another 50%. If it does drop it down to around that $20 to $30 level, I may buy back in with those shares. So I may buy back in. I'm definitely still going to be supporting GME stock. I'm not GME, AMC stock. I'm going to, of course, still be supporting it. If you're not supporting it, then you don't like fun, perhaps. I'm so excited for the future. Just hanging there, everyone, from Sebastian. If you're not excited for the future, then you clearly just don't know the stats and information, which is why this show, we want to try to get those out as much as possible. As we did also see, someone made a billboard. A billboard, look at this. It says, Let me find it. Oh, the Finn billionaires were just like you. It has a picture of Elon Musk. This billboard is in fact fake. It was circulating around the internet. Imagine if Elon Musk actually bought a billboard like that. No, billionaires are not just like us. Yes, sometimes we'll come in and say positive things about Elon Musk on a personal level because sometimes he does things that are worthy of praise on a personal level. Just like how on the flip side of that, when Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates do things that we don't like on a personal level or that are bad, even not on a personal level, if they're just bad on a generic level, we'll call them out for that. When Elon Musk does things like, say, stop accepting Bitcoin, we called him out pretty hard for that. And even though we like Elon Musk overall here at the show, and we're going to continue most likely liking him because he keeps doing awesome stuff, we'll still call him out. Billionaires do not get special treatment or special privilege. In fact, I would say we're probably honestly harder on billionaires than most people here on the show, just because sometimes they're easy ducks in the water because they do a lot of shady stuff. A lot of them do. So they're easy ducks in the water for that. NFT Doge sold for $4 million. Ooh, I have not even heard about that yet. I heard about the one, the crypto dude one, whatever it was called, that sold for $11 million. I did not hear though about that one. Yeah, I believe someone put together a NFT event where a lot of the most well-known NFT artists in the biz came together and sold a bunch of those. But I mean, the only thing about NFTs is though, if you buy one, you don't really get much from it. I've never been a huge fan of buying NFTs for anything other than investment purposes. I wouldn't use it. I mean, I'm not going to buy a screen and just put my NFT up there. You could easily just screen record the NFT and still put it up there on your own. So it doesn't actually have any real value. NFTs don't. But the value, I guess, is in the scarcity of it. And the value is in what other people are willing to pay for it. And so if other people are willing to pay for it more, then it does have value. That's undeniable. If you guys are dissing Doge, get out of Final Stand. I don't know. It's okay to diss Doge here. You can diss Doge. We're gonna disagree. Most people here, including myself, are gonna disagree with you. But I don't mind people dissing it, especially if it deserves to be dissed, because there are some times when we do need to say something bad about Dogecoin if there's something bad to say, and we continue to do that. But yeah, I do like you staying up for Dogecoin though. I love that. Matt roast. Well, who do I need to roast? Why are you hating on why am I hating on SafeMoon? Just because I do not like the fact I was kind of for a little bit there, I was trying to be like, okay, I don't want to go too hard against it, but it's just really starting to annoy me how they're paying for likes at such a high level. They keep doing that over and over again. The like ratios on their pages are like 10 times higher than any other crypto page in the world, and yet they're in the 200s. Just stop. If SafeMoon community, which is tiny, it's ranked in the 200s for market cap, in the 200s. If you want me to like SafeMoon, all you have to do is stop paying for likes and retweets and comments and bots and things like that. If the SafeMoon people stop paying for that, then we will not have any problem with SafeMoon. That's all they have to do. It's as simple as that. But as long as they're doing that and misleading people and tricking people by making the energy level look higher than it is, that's a super shady thing to do. And I'm not scared of a community as tiny as SafeMoon. I never will be. I'm going to keep calling them out as long as they're doing bad stuff. You cannot stop me from calling out something wrong just simply because you're saying I have FUD. People in the SafeMoon community will even come after you in personal ways for coming after their coin, because that's how defensive they have to be when shady things are happening behind the scenes. SafeMoon, by the way, going all the way down from where it was all the way up at around 15 or so, and there's so many zeros in front of it, you can't even really know, like 15 what? I don't even know what 15 what? Who knows? But it went from 15 down to 3, so a massive drop. And still seems to have downward trajectory right now. There's no use case as an actual cryptocurrency. So the only way they could actually get any support, in my opinion, is that they stop doing shady stuff, stop paying for likes. That's what they need to do. If they do that, maybe they can get some of us back on board. But until then, I don't want to be, oh yeah, they're FUD coming in by calling out a shady thing that's bad, that's misleading people. I don't care. Keep calling it FUD. Come after me. I'm not scared. I'm going to keep calling them out. And the more that happens, I'm probably also going to call them out on Twitter more too. I will make it my personal mission to take down SafeMoon if they continue paying for likes. So stop it now, or else you will be taken down by everyone who is in the name of good. And we have a lot of sway in the SafeMoon community. Dogecoin people do, because a lot of us are invested in SafeMoon. A lot of people here. And so we will absolutely destroy the likes. Someone said I'm a liar. What are you talking about? They literally get 5 to 10 times higher like ratio, I think, so that they get one of their posts had like 20,000 likes, 200,000 views. That's literally 10 times higher than any other crypto page in the entirety of Twitter. You're really telling me that SafeMoon, despite being in the 200s, has a 10 times higher rate of engagement than any other crypto in the history of Twitter. Of course it doesn't. Clearly fake, so we're not buying it. But anyway, enough of that. I'm Matt Wass, this is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.